see the money, that's it. You see the money, that's it. I ain't never want to roll it. Bitches really wanted me.
Yo, we're back in After Effects, and in today's video I'll be going through the best presets available in my Essential Effects and Transition bundle. If you don't already know, I got this pack that I dropped a few months ago, and it is absolutely blowing up in the underground. And actually I never made an in-depth video on going over like my favorite effects and how to use them. So yeah, let's just jump into it. So in After Effects, you can see I have all of these clips right up. It is directed by my brother Spooky, so big shout out to him. But yeah, we'll be using these clips to like add the effects on. So after you install all of the presets, all you gotta do is go into effects and presets, go to user presets, and if you installed it properly, you will see both of the packs right here. So I'll open both of these. Both of these combined will come with around like 80 plus presets, because my Essential Effects V2 has like 5 bonuses in there. So in total you'll get like 85, which is an insane amount of presets. Like you'll never run out of presets for real after this like preset pack. But yeah, let's just start one by one and start showing you my favorite effects from it. So to apply these effects, I always like to apply it on the adjustment layer. So make an adjustment layer. I'll put it over my first clip right here, trim it to the clip size, and if you want to automate this, you can use like plugin like workflows, but for now I did it manually. And firstly, going in here, I'll be going through the first one, and in here you'll see in V1 we got this called Asim Best Wiggle. If you don't already know, this is from the V1, and it actually a really dope wiggle that I really love. It is one of my best wiggles that I ever made. So you can see after adding that preset with one click, we have all these keyframes, and our wiggle looks something like this. As you can see, looks so smooth and has that impact that we need on like 808 hits. If I copy this and put it into my another layer and show you, you can see it equally looks dope in every single clip that you will add it to. That's what I love about like Essential Effects, is like you'll get like effects that are so smooth, the graphs are smooth, like everything is smooth, you know what I'm saying. But moving on, I'll add another adjustment layer. I'll just use a plugin for that, and after adding the adjustment layer, maybe I'm gonna scroll through and see I'm gonna show you some wiggles from the V2 as well. It is not really like wiggles, it is like, yeah, you can call it like warp distort. So this is called warp distort 1 that I really love from V2. This is just like an updated wiggle, which is more cleaner and more like impactful and more minimal as well. Like it goes super smooth, you can't even like notice it barely, but it looks super smooth. I really love how it turned out. Like, so I was like experimenting a lot and landed with this wiggle, because I bet you never seen it like before, because nobody ever did it actually. So yeah, this is a really cool one. Following this up, inspired by this, I made another one which is called Asim Warp Wiggle Distort V2, and if you line up the keyframe like properly, you can see it is a completely different type of like wiggle or warp. You can see it is insanely dope, bro. Like it comes with like few framers at the first, but then it goes into this like warp type of effect at the end. Looks super insane. One of the most underrated effects from Essential Effects V2, of course. Like I don't see much people using it for some reason, but looks super dope, as you can see, combined with other wiggles in here. If I add these, if I play it through, you can see we have these type of effects like going on real easily. But now moving on from like wiggles and distorts, what I really like is if I like pre-comp these clips, and what I like in here is like some slow motion presets that we got. So in V1 we got slow-mo 30%, which will slow down your clip from 30%, of course, right there. We also got a 5% one, but I don't really use 5% because it is like too slow. So I always like to use like something like slow-mo 30%. So slow-mo 30% looks really dope. And you know what else we upgraded in the V2? We added in the fast to slow-mo. So if I add this on like a pre-comp, if I play it through, you can see it is like fast at the beginning, but at the end it is really slow. So this is type of like speed ramping, you can almost call it. Like looks super dope. So this is of course one of my favorites. I use this on every single project. So yeah, it had to made it to the list, you know what I'm saying. But now with those slow-mos in V2, we of course got a lot of framers. Like if you don't already know, like framers are those effects like that comes behind, like before your transition or something like that. So we got 4 framers in V2. I love all of these. So if I go through, you can see this is type of frame, like it is like one frame type of effect. So firstly the minimax kicks in, the invert kicks in, and the offset that creates like these type of like flashy type of effect. We got framer 2 in here. I guess this framer 2 is even doper. So these are like some pixels one in the framer 2. I really love these. And you know I love the most is the 3 and the 4. I absolutely cooked with this one actually. So if I show you the framer 3 and line it up, you can see it is like really smooth of a transition. You won't even like notice it until you look it close, but it is really type of like optic type of transition that I really love. So yeah, I be using this framer 3 on every single project almost, and the 4 as well. I bet you saw, like you can see 4 is a little same but a little different at the same time. I bet you see these type of presets like used a lot in like fully by video that I did. Like I used this framer 4 a lot and it turned out really dope. So yeah, I really love this one. But moving on to combine with these framers, I really love these like zoom in like FX we have in V1 and V2. In V2 we got something like in the most useful one in the V2. If I play through, it is like a simple wiggle. It is like a simple zoom, I mean. But in V2 we got the in V2 which is more smoother and has less flicker on it. Because in V1 I noticed like the flicker was too much and the graph wasn't smooth enough. So I played around and made the V2 so it looks super smooth, as you can see. So I always recommend using the V2 instead of the in the V1. But yeah, that creates like there. But from the V1 in here I got like zoom in and out, which are really dope. Like so if I add this, you can see it add these like type of zoom type of effects in here, like zooms in and zooms out. You'll take a look better if I show you on like different clip. Yeah, we got this like solo clip right here. Let's add it on here and you can see it is like a smooth zoom in and out. Might not seem like a crazy of a preset, but while you actually editing a client video, it really helps, because little things like this take a lot of time. Like you gotta add an adjustment layer, make the graph smooth, add blur more curve. Instead of it, we'll do it on one click on our essential effects. And another effects I really like from the V1 is the zoom in flash. So if I add this in here, it is like a flash which zooms in and zooms out at the same time. So yeah, it looks super clean, which I really love. And you can always like mess around with the center using the blur more curve. Just put it on his face so it like zooms in his face and goes back right there. So yeah, super dope effect. After that, I really love like hotspot effects from both of the packs. I made 2 of them different, so we got some really dope hotspots in here. So a hotspot V2 which I really love and using recently a lot. Like it is really type of like a dark transition right here, as you can see, but looks super dope. And also don't miss out on the hotspot V1 because it is like equally like dope at the same time. So if I show you, you can see these are really dope type of hotspots right here, so you can mess around with these. And we got a lot of favorites from like V2. I'll run you through like quickly. Like minimax hit, it is literally a hit preset right here, as you can see, really clean of a minimax. And from the V2 I even like something like a hard wiggle too, some wiggles in there, as you can see, really clean wiggles. And in the V2 we even got a shake, so I'll show you the shake with a semi-iconic shake, that iconic radial shake right there, man. So if I add it on the clip, you'll see it better. Yes sir, like that. Let's just add it 2 of these right here. Now moving on, one of the presets I really like from the pack is horizontal wiggle transition right here. So if I add this and line it up, you can see it is really dope of a wiggle with a horizontal shake that goes really hard. I added this preset on the pack at the last moment and it turned out really dope. You can combine it with something like in V2 that will apply the zoom with it. Looks super cool. And if you already play through, you can see while we are just playing around with presets, we already have this like dope edit going on, which is instantly cool. It shows how like effective the pack is. Like if you even like spam presets, you'll get a dope effect because every single preset on the pack is really a killer for real. Moving on, I really like puddle fade. So if I like so you line it up, so you right here, I like to like use it as an in preset instead of fade out. And then with it, what I like to do is add a one frame of solid and make it into one frame, so it goes into like one frame flash and goes into the puddle, and it goes really dope with these type of clip, as you can see. And lastly in here, if I go through, I really like optic distortions as well. Really dope presets from like V1. You can go through all of these, bro. Like all of these are super dope. Everything is like fine as hell because like I perfected this pack to the last detail, so it is like really dope. And what I like is a flicker in, which is a flicker in with some blurs and shit. Looks super dope. And I forgot to tell y'all, like I also have some like bonus presets on the like the Essential FX V2. I got a bullet flying bonus preset in here, which is a 3D. You'll need like Element 3D and other plugins to use this like bonus presets. A lot of people like message me like not knowing why your like bonus presets are not working. If it's not working, make sure you have the plugin that's shown up here. So you can see we got this like bullet animation. We even have like Glock animations and shit in the pack, which is really dope. Yeah, sure, like that. So yeah, everything you need for a music video, literally. And you can combine this Glock animation with something like a slow-mo, so slow-mo presets in here, and also a blur to like blur out the background, you know what I'm saying? So something like this. And then we can create another adjustment layer. And lastly, to top it all off, we'll add in V2 in here, which adds zoom at everything. After spamming those presets right here, we can see we already get this like dope animation of a Glock. And now I guess my like comp is almost filled and we ain't got like more space to add any like VFX and stuff. You can go through all of these like presets are super dope, as I said, like go through experiment. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. If you want more like VFX tutorial like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't like already checked out my channel yet, like it is literally a free course for getting you from a beginner to a pro editor. We got like around like 250 tutorials in this channel only, like explaining After Effects and making effects. So yeah, and if you like, you can also follow me on Instagram. But I'ma see you on the next one. Peace.